Alrighty. Actually need to move something slightly. There we go. Look at me being prepared and stuff. Welcome back. This is going to be, well, technically welcome for some people. This will be episode 1. You don't have to watch episode 0, but I recommend it. It's only a few minutes long. Basically explains how stuff works. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. And there are a few things that I actually should do. Because I'm a dingle-dongle. There we go. Alright, we're going to get into it. Starts off with a cutscene and a bunch of other bollocks, so enjoy.
In position. It's showtime, girls.
Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this video is getting hit with copyright. I'm just gonna make a real wide assumption there that that's gonna be hit with copyright of some description. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down, shouldn't. I mean, in theory it shouldn't, so. And my mic's fine, just the audio meters are weird. Whatever. The audio sounded fine in the episode 0 or part 0 or whatever, so. This game, as opposed to 10, runs on an ATB or active time battle system. I may need to tweak some settings in a second after this battle.
Hey, give it back already!
Because I believe it defaults to active.
Boys,
rather than wait, and I much prefer to be on wait because it allows more strategic stuff.
Think you can keep up?
This first battle is bollocks. It's a first battle in an RPG. It's bollocks. What else is new? We're gonna steal from the two goons just because they give you an item, and if you don't, I'm pretty sure they'll use that item to then heal themselves, unless I'm remembering the incorrect fight. Considering it gave me a budget grenade, I think I'm remembering the incorrect fight. Either way, we got a budget grenade and a phoenix down, so we've got that going for us. Now if you attack the same target with multiple people or multiple hits, you'll notice chain popping up. As far as I'm aware, that simply increases damage bait. Oh, I thought he was gonna die from Riku. That increases the damage of successive hits. Oh. I need to pay attention more to who's actually getting these commands. There we go. Should probably steal from her too. This isn't like, you know, something like FF9 where if you don't steal, you basically screw yourself over. I mean, it's nice to have the items for free, but if there's a chance of you losing the fight, don't risk it by stealing. You can get items, as far as I remember, relatively easily.
Danced all night.
Sorry, no time for an encore.
Having said that, the game is very open, as in, like, just straight up go wherever you want from basically the start of the game. And if you go to the wrong place, you're gonna get screwed, so... The game's kind of... it's very weird.
Hold still.
That sounded way delayed. Also, facial expressions in this game just weird me out compared to the normal version. They're just weird. So there's a Moogle. And yes, in like the first 5 minutes of the game, you can screw yourself out of 100% if that's what you're doing. There is a Moogle on Dock 2, but I don't remember which of these docks is actually Dock 2. I don't know if this is Dock 1 and the next one is Dock 2, so we're just going to check both of these. So we can't even go down that one, that's fine. You can also actually get through this entire area if you're attempting to speedrun it without any encounters at all, so... If your goal is speed, you can bypass every single one of these encounters. If your goal is 100%, you're probably going to get hit by numerous ones. I believe they're infinitely spawning too, which is kind of annoying. But hey, infinite respawning. Everyone likes that. So theoretically, this is Dock 2? Well, there's stuff coming from this direction, so I'm gonna go with this is Dock 2. I probably shouldn't be recording right now, considering I feel like my throat is about to explode violently. Also my jaw. Like the back right part of my jaw, for some reason. Not that it has anything to do with this game, but I mean, it's the start of FF10 2, there's nothing going on. The entire first chapter is actually kind of boring. The most interesting chapters is probably 3 and 5, I think. Oh, for God's sake. I need to be quicker on that move immediately after battle. Thankfully, all of these enemies are extremely weak. They will never whittle you down. Unless you just don't attack or do anything for like the entire duration of every one of these fights. There's the Moogle. Hello. This Moogle will be explained later. You can technically keep doing that if you so desire. I don't desire. I was hoping they would actually go all the way around the boxes, but they didn't.
Move!
If you really wanted to, technically you could just kind of chill here for eternity because the Moogle there will heal you forever. I recommend not doing that. Also, something about the ATB gauge in this game, unlike previous things where the ATB gauge is set and is only affected by slow, haste, or stop, the ATB gauge in this game is affected by what skill you choose to use, as well as cast times on skills that have them. Black Magic, for instance, has... Nice swimming signal. Black Magic, for instance, has a cast time. As you can see, they over there have a little cast thing. So you'll fill up your ATB, you'll select something to cast, and then you'll fill up the cast bar, so basically twice the action. Certain actions that you tank don't have a cast bar, but they have a much larger recovery time, which is represented by a much larger ATB gauge on your next action. Which you will see relatively shortly, actually, once Yuna decides to join the party. Because one of her abilities is, I think it's trigger happy. It has an insane recovery time.
Show's over!
Youch.
This way.
Oh man, the atmosphere in this game is just, it's very happy. Very happy is the atmosphere in this game. So now we fight these guys. There's trigger happy. For the purposes of showing it, I'm actually going to do that. You can see her ATB gauge is now massive, and it'll take a pretty long time to actually fill up. I'm gonna power break Ormi, which has cast time. You don't have to power break him. You also have no recovery time after power breaking, which is nice. But it does decrease his damage when he does... Okay, it does lower his damage when he does the whole spinny thing. Also, you can steal from these guys if you want to. I might. Ah, he's down anyway. Never mind. That fight, this is obviously not very difficult. It's not intended to be difficult. You can spam trigger happy and basically knock out the tall dude whose name I've already forgotten.
That's quite enough sniveling, boys.
Hello?
Persistent, aren't you?
My grid. You give us back Uni's garment grid right now.
Didn't you girls ever learn to share?
Give it back.
Very well, it's yours.
Here comes traditional Final Fantasy clothing. Look at that. That's something you wear outside.
But it won't be yours for long, loves.
Seriously, whoever designs the outfits in FF games is just absurd. So now I have a tutorial about this. They want you to swap garment grid to songstress. This is this game's class system, which is actually a pretty interesting system in my opinion. Especially much later when you get different grids that have different effects and you get a whole bunch of dress spheres and all that stuff. It's kind of cool. So she swaps to that, and this particular one has dances, which in this case we only have one, which is darkness dance, which causes darkness as long as she is dancing. So, there you go. Basically, Yuna's entire job in this fight is going to be stand right next to her and dance. We're actually going to steal for funsies. A silver bracer.
It was nice knowing you.
Because of the darkness dance that you get, this fight's really easy. She'll miss most of her physical attacks. I've learned to Pilfer Gill already. Because she'll miss most of her physical attacks, mostly what you have to worry about is thunder, which doesn't hit hard enough and hits infrequently enough that no one should even get close to death in that
I won't
fight.
let you off so easily next time.
Get back here!
Riku.
What? What? Hey,
So there you go, there's the first part of the game done. The game is split up into missions as well as chapters, so you'll see this screen a whole lot during the game. Really, it just means you've completed a important aspect of the game. The important parts are usually split to missions. There's also side missions that you can do that'll come up, but really anything important is classified as a mission. Anyway, I've gone on a little tangent there. We got 13 potions because of the number of fights we got into during that. 4 Phoenix down, 1 high potion. We got quite a bit of XP, so...
My body just started dancing by itself. I didn't know what was going on. I was frightened. Then, while I was dancing, something happened.
We're going to do quite a bit more in this video. We're going to finish up the airship for this chapter, which will bring us up to theoretically about 3.5%. Not that you can see halves, it's actually 3.4, but whatever. And then we'll call the video there, so we got a little bit more to go through.
You sure looked like you were enjoying yourself.
I was. It felt like some other person's excitement just took over.
That can happen when you use the garment grid. The emotions of the person recorded in the sphere pass to the user.
Isn't that dangerous?
I can't really say.
But it's your invention.
I'm just a kid.
Dancing, Yuna! I want to see!
It'll cost you.
One moment.
She's kidding.
What? No dance? Look sickly. Goings! Doing goody duck!
I've completed my latest
Yay!
invention.
This is the thing that I know for a fact is new to the international version, so I know effectively nothing about it. I know a little bit because I started this before and then scratched like 4 hours worth of footage, but somehow in this time span between the last game and this game, we've lost all of our knowledge of Albed again for whatever reason. So in this area, we need to speak to a bunch of characters.
This is Pain. I look up to her as a sphere hunter, and also as a friend. I still don't know her very well. She's not exactly the talkative type. I heard she joined the Gullwings shortly before I did. Riku doesn't know much about her either.
What now?
Indeed.
Nothing.
Nothing. Basically, we're going to get a backstory on people. We need to talk to specifically Brother Pain, Riku, and Shinra, so we may as well talk to Shinra since he's right here.
I know everything.
Shinra's an Albed. He's a real whiz kid.
We need to watch specifically a sphere, which I don't remember how to actually watch. Is it this one? Maybe. Hold on, let's back out real quick. I think it's just Treasure Spheres collection and then first one in the list. Yeah, oh, for God's sake. You know what, Shinra, we'll come back to you after we do the other crap in this place. It's fine. We might have to do that first anyway. I don't want to view the creature creator tutorial. Brothers joined you. Trap pod S. Trap pods you place around to capture creatures. Brother is technically a creature. It's a little bit weird. Brother is also infatuated with Yuna, which is slightly weirder, but hey. Let's go talk to Riku and Brother real quick.
Having fun?
You bet. It all began when I saw this sphere of you. At least, it looked like you. I couldn't say for sure. I thought I might find more spheres like it if I joined the Gullwings, so I did. Oh, in case you're wondering, the Gullwings are sphere hunters, and sphere hunters are, well, this. We fly all over Spira. I'm really enjoying myself.
Glad to hear it. For a while there, I was starting to feel like a kidnapper.
Don't be silly.
Also, look how long Yuna's hair is. If you haven't noticed that yet, that's some extreme length going on there on that little twiddly bit there. I'm pretty sure that's her hair, but despite that, it doesn't seem to attach to the actual hair on her head, so maybe she has a weird... Please stop walking that way, I'm trying to talk to brother. There we go.
Yuna, has my talking gotten better?
He really has improved quite a bit. He told me that he practiced, just so that he could talk with me more.
Learning Albed. Basically, we go to Bicanel, we dig, we get primers. The game gives you a bunch of free primers really rapidly at the start.
Let's go! Party! Party!
Also, brother is insane. So we got a new dress sphere. We may as well actually equip that to a garment grid because we've got space. I'm going to put it... We'll put it here and we'll actually swap some stuff around. So songstress will go here. Like that. That way all three of their main classes can get to Festivalist, so I decide to use it. And 2 people can get to songstress. Please choose a new dress sphere. Let me choose a new dress sphere. Choose the... Oh, right. Choose a new default is what it's asking for. Because I moved the one she was currently on. Alright. Fair enough. We may as well talk to him because he's here, but it's not required.
Still analyzing.
Buddy and brother are old friends. Buddy says he was aboard Sid's airship with us 2 years ago. When I told him I didn't remember, he seemed disappointed.
So we get more Albed primers. I told you the game throws them at you. So we've talked to everyone in here. We haven't watched the sphere yet, but we will get around to that. It's recommended, by the way, if you are attempting to do this 100% run properly, that you not do what I'm doing and make proper save files so that you can go back if you miss anything. But I'm being a dingle-dongle, and we are not going to run like that. We are going to run loosely. As I mentioned in video 0, whatever the heck it was. This is video 1. What do you think it is, me?
Miss Yuna, what can I do for you?
Our barkeep's a Hypello. No one knows his real name, so everyone just calls him Barkeep. Brother took him in, and now he works aboard the airship.
So we can check the gold store, which is just a collection of items, obviously, that you can buy, like potions and whatnot. But what we actually want to do when we come here is rest, and you need to rest at the start of every... Well, not at the start, but you need to rest at some point at every chapter. It might be the start, but I don't actually remember if it's the start, so I'm just going to say you need to rest at some point in each chapter. It's a weird requirement that no one just playing through the game will ever do, because resting does nothing. This is what it does. We rested. Also, you can float over here. I don't know why, but, you know, if you feel like floating over there, go for it, I suppose. We don't need to talk to Barkeep again, because we just did. Now all we need, all we have that's left for...
Gold wings! Report to the
all we
bridge!
have left, I think we did need to do it in this order to actually get the sphere that I want. All we've left is to watch the sphere, and then I will save, and we should be at 3.4% when I save, which will show up as 3%, so it's not terribly accurate. I wish it showed up percentages, or decimals. I know you know everything. Can we watch it now, or do I have to listen to Brother talk about bollocks? It says Journey Start. The sphere is technically called Opportunity of Traveling, but it's also the first sphere in the thing, and that's currently Journey Start. So we're gonna watch Journey Start. Why not?
No, I'm not sorry. I haven't done anything wrong. I know you're listening. If she was your girl, what would you do? How can you blame me for trying to use your weapon? It was the only way I could save the summoner. What would you do if you were me? Let me out! I want to see her!
There you go. Mysterious plot begin. With that out of the way, we should, if I go save, it should show up as 3%, but theoretically should be 3.4%, but as I mentioned, the save system does not show decibels for whatever reason. I know how a save sphere works, thank you. We actually still have the save data from last time. 8 hours, 24 minutes, 28% completed. Delete. That footage is gone, no one will ever see what occurred there. It might still be on Twitch, but Twitch has changed that, so it'll not be on Twitch forever. But either way, let's do a quick check after we save. 3%. That's as accurate as it's ever going to get. So, with that out of the way, this is going to be the end of the first video. Yes, I would like to back out. Next time, we will start up this whole alarm thing, which, as it is Mount to Gagazette. So that's where we're going to be going next. We'll probably do that and the truth about Yuna's concert. So thanks for watching, and I will see you then.